I have never played Flower. We are going to play Flower. I mean, I don't want to go too far out, but yes, there is thematic connections between at least Journey, Abzu, and the Pathless. So let's see if it starts here. I was worried, like, can you play this game with controller? Of course you can. It was published by Sony. It was a PS3 exclusive. That being said, this is the menu. I didn't know how to interact with the menu. So, already, this is not what I was expecting from a game called Flower. I mean, even the menu I wasn't expecting from a game called Flower. The only thing I've seen from this game is like petals flowing through a meadow. And I'm like, oh, that's what kind of game it is. It's just like a music-y kind of game. Okay. I am Flower. It's oh. So the only thing I can do is blow. Which is good, because normally the only thing I can do is suck. So this is a 2009 game. And I think in 2009 it was a lot more radical to have a game that wasn't about shooting. I think that's kind of where it got its acclaim. But I bet there's a lot more to it than that. It kind of got lumped in with walking simulators. We'll kind of get to that whole conversation, but like, there was so little talk about Flower back in the day that people described it as like, oh, it's a nothing game. It's like an experience. It's just something you can do. Also, I can play. I didn't realize. I kind of look like a fish. You know, it's just kind of something you can watch. It's not really a game. Meh. 2009, height of Gamergate, question mark? I feel like pretty close. So, you know, it got lumped in pretty hard with all that. Gosh, was Edith Finch around that time? I think that was 2011, 12. So this was relatively early in that whole conversation. And so when I started to think about playing this game, I'm like, boy, am I going to be able to even say anything? Because, you know, I do like the kind of experiential games. Like, you can still have a good time just vibing with chat and listening to music and stuff. But, you know, it's sometimes hard to, like, say things. But then I went on How Long to Beat, and it's like, How Long to Beat is like, oh yeah, you can breeze through this game in 2 hours. I'm like, well, if it was just an experiential game, it would be endless and such. But if there's actually stuff to see and an ending, then that means I can actually just go through it pretty easily. I'm like a flower dragon. It's really weird how you can kind of like assume shapes just based off of how many flowers you have. Like, I feel very serpent-like a snake. But anyway, so I was greatly not misled, but no one knew how to talk about this game. I've not really seen much conversation around this game other than like, all I knew about it was a game that was trying very hard to not be every other game. And that alone made a lot of people angry. A lot of gamers angry. But that kind of neglected, even of the people who do like to talk about games, it kind of neglected, what is it then? And so far, it's a game that I've talked over entirely because I've been trying to explain my context of this game. Already, I can kind of get Abzu vibes from this. Like, this is so close to Abzu in terms of the vibe. You're in nature, you got a good-ass soundtrack. And then it cuts out, and you have to think. Oh, it doesn't cut out. There's actually more soundtrack. Never mind. How high can I go? That's interesting. I made a crop circle. Also, I bet you expected me to come from the other direction. Joke's on you, game. I was exploring. I was vibing with nature. Your camera angles can't account for this. Okay. You can go awful fast in this game. Going awful fast is usually not a feature of these vibey pretty games. But I guess it does kind of check out with you are a flower in the breeze, and wind can go fast. I don't know if you knew this. I wonder if there's like a model or something that controls all that. That's like you actually are just playing a big ass snake, and you could only see particle effects. Also, did you see the rumble? Literally rumbled out of my hands. Oh, I made the field green. Man, where was I in 2009? Not even high school? No, I was in middle school. Oh, that was like a chapter? Interesting. I didn't know there were chapters. I kind of thought it was just a... Okay, so this is already a difference. None of the other games have chapters, really. I guess Journey kind of does, but it's one journey. We'll get to it. Already a difference. And no modern stuff. So... Is that a picture? No, it's not. I could see the texture fucking up. That's funny. The easiest way to see if something's a picture is if the texture has screwed itself up. I am in a field yet again, but I'm a red flower. You might expect that these flower note, like the musical stings that come with each flower, like kind of go along with the song, but no. Is this a scripted sequence? The music is gone, so no, it's not. It fakes me out. Oh, blurple, blue, rainbow. No, just purple and blue. Okay. I don't know if you guys are listening to this in stereo, but I am. And it's only doing okay. Managing which ear goes to what sound. I'll tell you that much, game. Now is the music letting me go out? Yes, now the music is gone. Oh, music's back. But now it's raining. Blue, blue for rain. Got it. Message received. Lore absorbed. Story told? Question mark? I am going to look so pretty by the end of this. I'm just going to be a big rainbow flower dragon. Man, I'm so fast, I feel like I could add engine noises and it would be appropriate. I like controlling my flower dragon in the background. Is this a metaphor for pollinization? Question mark? Rainbow. I'm afraid Pride is over by just a couple days. Sorry. Rainbows are banned now. Is this just the story of how I turn into a goth plant GF? Something something urbanization, something something more trees, something something? Windmills, turbines. They're turbines, people. Must collect more flowers so I can accurately tell where I actually am. Oh, this level's bigger. Now I feel the speed is more warranted. Oh my god, I can go so fast. Why? Look it, this is literally a ramp. I'm going so fast. These flowers are out of control. Oh. It's like Sonic rings. You just home in onto them. I was out of control for that whole section. It's like, nah, we're going this way. You know how some art, like, say, music, it's kind of hard to pin down, like, a message? You know, it's a little more abstract. And kind of just wants to elicit an emotion. There's a lot of emotional media and art that you can also pin, like, a message or a moral or a metaphor on. Oh god, I got zoomed. But I've always had a hard time doing that with something like a piece of music. Especially if it's, you know, obviously doesn't have lyrics, because, you know, if it's the lyrics, then it's just a poem. And poems can have all sorts of meanings. But music is kind of up to your interpretation. I feel like this is kind of the closer video game equivalent to that. I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to be like, oh man, it's nice to play a non-political game, because there's literally a fucking turbine on screen. So renewable energy is already on its mind in 2009. But you know, it's more like, get an emotion. Feel a thing. Why don't you? Instead of a make you think piece, it's a make you feel. Why don't you just feel a little good about being in nature? Have you considered? Why don't you play Sonic instead? Because holy crap, why am I going so fast? I'm just flowers. I'm just flowers. Why am I Sonic? The level of destruction these flowers are causing. We need to kill all flowers. They are causing destruction of our natural landscapes. That's the message I'm getting from this game. They're tearing through our countrysides. Put a speed limit on these flowers. I saw a secret path over there. Why couldn't I go? Wah! Okay. Just for context, I am controlling very little of where I'm actually going. Yes, that was a circle. I'm almost positive. But I believe I missed a bunch of stuff, so now we try again. We're going so fast that hitting all of the flowers, like in a bundle, the notes they just played, just makes me sound like I'm running into a xylophone. Just head first. Here we go. This is where I'm supposed to be. The windmill, the turbine graveyard. Oh, I can finally go slower. You know, if only there was a phrase about slowing down and flowers. I feel like there should be a turn of phrase about something like that. But nah, speed through the flowers like Sonic. That's why they're blue. You're Sonic. More flowers, more Sonic level. That was a cool shot. It almost felt like slow-mo, but I was just being slow. I just wasn't moving. Ah, nature. I see power lines. Am I gonna rail grind? Because so far this flower game, this peaceful nature flower walk has been pretty high octane, considering how fast I can go, and the countless xylophones I've been running over. Alright. Be more energy efficient. Be Sonic. That's what I'm getting so far. Look how pretty I am. I'm a bunch of blue. Blue flowers. I feel like there aren't enough blue flowers. When are they going to patch that in? To real life. Jesus. Jesus was one of the worst game developers. First, the enemy scaling was too hard, and then he just wrecked the economy of the game. Ooh, flower? Oh, no. I thought there were flowers on the power lines. That would have been cool. They should put some shoes up there, though. That's the thing. It's that electricity buzz again. Light bulb electricity buzz. I mentioned this last stream, but that's my ASMR. A light bulb buzz. I'm basically a moth, but for sound. Why am I in a stealth mission suddenly? I'm very, very slow now. I'm 10,000 fireflies. Do you believe your eyes? Okay. I made a dot. The gumdrop candy dots. Actually, I made a violin sting is what I made. So they're doing stuff with music and sound with the game, but I mean, it would be nice if this was a blind playthrough of all these games, and I could be like, oh, that's cool, but I've already played Abzu, and I know how much better that game does it, so I'm like, I see what they were going for when they went to Abzu, and they actually did the sound and gameplay thing mixed perfectly. So nice to see that they didn't get it right the first time, I guess. Because here it's kind of like just two soundtracks on top of each other. Oh, it's a round hay thing. You know what, chat? Did you know that these round hay things are illegal? Actually, yeah, they're actually illegal. The government actually mandated that they are illegal because they believe that cows deserve 3 square meals a day. So these round ones are illegal. Just a little fact, courtesy of my dad. That's my dad's joke. To the point where now, whenever we pass those things, he just points to those and says, you know, they're illegal. Do you know they're illegal? And I go, shut up. Oh, do I have to make a swirl? No, I just have to hit more flowers. Oh, but at least I get to be... Oh, no, I'm fast. I'm fast. I said, oh, at least I get to be slow, but no, I get to be fast. Wow, I didn't mean to go up. Bah. I made a swirl. That's totally not the shape I made. I was all over the fucking place. Yes. It's funny. It's like, it's trying to like... I don't know if it's trying to, but in my head, it's trying to like personify these flowers. So when I approach my next objective, I like slow down in like apprehension, but I'm just a collection of flowers and wind. This pond. I want to go to the... What? Oh no. A twist. Am I running from a fire, or am I just heading into the dark zone? What's that? That's a tower. My controller is vibrating. Something bad's about to happen. No, I'm no trash expert, despite what you may think, but I don't think they just start landfills in the middle of fields. Like open fields. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not a trash expert, I swear. Missed out on the fire arc. I feel like that would have been... Ow! I got zapped! Oh, I am on fire. Kind of. What was I just saying? Now it's a survival horror. And there's an ominous, noisy bass sound. And these banjo-ass flowers, really funny. Oh, is that just what happens when I touch this at all? So I just need to avoid it? Oh, I was not paying attention. There's actually consequences for my actions, who knew? These are angry electricity noises. They're like bees. Shut it down. Oh, hey, this is also a part in Abzu. So you know how, like, I made the parallel, I think, once, but also a lot of people have been made the parallel, like, if you're a Pikmin 1 fan, you probably would also like Pikmin 3, and if you're a Pikmin 2 fan, you'll probably also like Pikmin 4. So far, the vibe I'm getting is, if you liked Abzu, you would also like Flower, and vice versa. And if you liked Journey, you would like the Pathless, and vice versa. Which means, what is the Song of the Sword? The Sword of the Sea going to be like? Oh, I got hit. Not my flower HP, my hibiscus points. Sure. But anyway, yes, this is the part in Abzu where you connect lines to an objective to clear something. Not that that's only an Abzu thing, but like this is straight up a beat out of Abzu. As you have like a scary environment, and you go to a scarier area to clear out this path so that you can get through the scaria. Please let me collect this last flower. You know what, I've always said this, the turning radius on a bunch of flowers is just not very good. I prefer my Honda Accord. Yes, gray out the electricity. Yeah, knock it down. Anti-establishment dysenterianism, I think. It's been a while since I've watched that SpongeBob episode. Which was also a thing in Phineas and Ferb, anti-establishment dysenterianism. But they found a cure for it, so it's alright. It's still in the scary. It's still scary. It's still a scary area. Oh! Don't get zapped. I feel like there were maybe better ways to display, like, dystopia in 2009. Because a bunch of metal structures in the field doesn't feel like that big of a deal. I mean, not to come off cruel or heartless or anything. Also, the music really wants me to be afraid. Things are falling. Go fast, Sonic Flowers. Oh, I lost some flowers. What? They're growing? Ow! Okay, now I'm starting to see a metaphor for growing industrialism. I just don't find this kind of scaffolding very scary. I feel like oil was maybe how you should have portrayed this, because this kind of infrastructure is just going to be around in all kinds of things, whether it's green energy or not. I should have gone through a fracking field is what I'm saying. But where to go? Oh. I have dissolved the metal structures. Ooh, look at that tower. That's a cool looking tower. I mean, it's evil and scary. Sorry. Oh, do we get to run through a xylophone? No, we get to run through wind chimes, which honestly is a much better metaphor, or a much better musical accompaniment, because you're wind. So it makes sense if everything is wind chimes. Oh, I just broke something? Oh my god. This is another beat that Abzu steals. You're like defeating the industrialism. I feel like it's a little bit more effective. I mean, it's funny. This is honestly hilarious. I mean, it's not fair to this game because I played Abzu before this, even though this came first. But Abzu just remade this game. That's going to be really funny when we get to that in a couple weeks. If we run into that tower and there's a triangle in there, I'm calling bullshit. I don't care if you were the art director. That's a heck of a lot of... I mean, I guess stealing's the wrong word, but like... I'm glad you had a second idea. I also like this cityscape. This is how I would design a cityscape, which is just blocks. That's all you need. And yes, the wind chimes work much, much better for your sound effects, for your flowers, than xylophones or banjo riffs. Oh, we're 𝓯𝓵 now. We're coloring stuff in. Yes, turn things brown. Oh, more secret flowers? Oh, they're not secret. This is how you go. My bad. Yeah, I like the look of this cityscape. So we are absolutely 𝓯𝓵ing right now. Although 2009, that is early. Did 𝓯𝓵 come out before 2009? I feel yes. I feel like that was an elementary school game for me. Also, never forget. It's so weird. Oh. Camera shot. That's not going to stop me. I'm magic. But oh my god, this is so Abzu. It tries to stop you from getting to the core. Dude, they just remade this game. They just remade this game with Abzu. That's so interesting. I had no idea. I feel like I was not supposed to be able to get out that way. There are flowers already in your core. I've already infiltrated. Camera, I feel like you might be drunk and I was supposed to be looking up this whole time. There you go. That's a little better. You know, you could just give me the control, camera. I have a perfectly good right stick here. Where am I going? Oh, okay. A book? Oh, a window. That's a cool shot. Ooh. Pretty. Man, I wish there were giant fucking trees like that. I mean, redwoods, they're close. I've never actually seen. Weeping willows can get fucking massive. I told my friend the other day, like, can you take me to the zoo? Because I don't care about any of the animals, but they have some giant fucking weeping willows. I'm like, I want to go to the zoo to visit the weeping willows, please. Sorry, I'm talking over the end of the game. I'm talking about trees, it's fine. Ah, yes, nature's returning. Seagulls. The rats of the sky. But yeah, have a little nature in your life. Thank you for playing Flower. Let's pay attention. We got a few names to look out for. Created by that game company. They are kind of dead. Yep, 𝓮𝓻. Oh, okay, there's Nicholas Clark, Eric Nelson. Oh, there's Matt Neva. Okay. Not a liar confirmed. Sorry for ever doubting you, Mr. Neva. If I ever do like a productions video, I'll cross-reference all the names and stuff, but I don't know if I really want to. Oh, I missed. No, there's no special thanks. I missed. Names only get you so far. I mean, people who make different things are still inspired by other pieces of work. There's still connective tissue just in, like, the logic of it. And boy, howdy, is there connective tissue between this game and Abzu. Abzu is a straight-up remake of this game. Yeah, they wanted something safe that they knew that they could knock out of the park, and they're like, you know what we really cooked with? Flour. Let's just make flour, but a little bit more in-depth. That's pretty. But yeah, what do I think of this game? I think it was good. I think it was shorter Abzu. I'm sorry. These credits are going to be like the most involved level of the game. That's fine, I guess. Steve Johnson gets his own pile. This is the best camera angle in the entire game. Why is it in the credits? I mean, not that credits aren't important, but why is it the best part of your game? It's really funny that there is scripting so that you can't miss some people, but you totally can miss others. Funny detail. Funny game. But no, it's a pretty game. For 2009, quite impressive. This would have been a great indie title for 2009. You have no idea just how barren the mid-2000s were, especially as far as independent stuff goes. I mean, I guess I don't totally have a grasp on it, but it's not the wide, endless swath of stuff we have now. Delightful little game. Very interesting to see just how much ideas come from Giant Squid. Giant Squid, not made this game, but still, so many ideas came from this game. And like themes and motifs, things you do, the way you interact, just how it guides you through levels. Like, this is fairly basic, but you could so easily overlay Abzu on top of this game, and it's just all there already.